So today we're dividing fractions, because you see we're doing the same kind of like division as last week, except that, or same expressions, except that it's division instead of multiplication. And so you multiply the reciprocal, which is literally just having you do keep, change, flip. Keep, change, flip. What that means is you keep the first fraction, you change the sign from division to multiplication, and you flip the second fraction. So everything's the same as last week. You simplify and like factor everything you can. And then you cancel out if you can, but today we'll be doing division. So before we go, let's see. We're going to get this drawn. Can you draw this? And then you can go. We're going to rewrite it in a second when we get back. Bye. So 7x can't not factor if you got your headphones in from lunch or your laptop out, put away. What's the GCF? X squared minus 6x. X, yep. Okay, so we're going to take out an x, which would leave you with x minus 6. Where's that kind of big? Okay, so we're just rewriting. Now onward we go. What's the GCF of 2x minus 10? 2. So take out a GCF, which would leave you with x minus 5. And then lastly, you do have a trinomial. It doesn't have GCF. So you're finding two numbers that multiply to 30 and add to negative 11. What are those? Negative 6, negative 5, right? Okay. So x minus 6, x minus 5. So the whole deal with today, though, is that you are doing division. And so in order to divide fractions, if you remember from middle school, we do keep, change, flip, which means literally keep the first fraction the same, change this to multiplication, flip it, because you're multiplying by the reciprocal, the flip. So we're going to rewrite this. It's going to be the same thing, except multiplication, and then we'll flip that. Okay, so that's a dot. I wrote it kind of big. So it's a multiplication symbol. I use that instead of an x, just so we're not confused about it being an x, because it's not. 7x and 2x minus 5, that's the same. And then let's go ahead and do x minus 6. X minus 5 is now on the top in the numerator, and then this flips to the other side. So all you have done is kept the first fraction, changed multiplication, flip the last one. Now we're going to start to cancel, because if you remember from last week, if I am doing, multiplication, it just becomes one big fraction. What is going to cancel out? A lot of things. X minus 5, x minus 6, what else? X. Oh, and it's so satisfying, because then you're only left with this. 7/2. Beautiful. That does not simplify. Don't tell me it's 3/2. Please leave it as fraction. The one thing that is different, obviously, other than flipping, like keep, change, flip, is when you're doing the excluded values come from any time the denominator can equal 0. So that means that you need to check both. So write this down for me. Check before and after the flip. Because you do not want the denominator to be 0, I need to check in the denominator each time. So if it's ever in the denominator, I can't say the word today, denominator. If it's ever in the bottom, you need to check those factors. So let's start with these ones. Let's start with x minus 5. What 0 would that give me? 5. So we want x to not be 5. And we just continue on. Okay, so we're checking both of these. I'll highlight as I go. Now let's do x minus 6, right? Because that's in the denominator. What 0 would they give me? 6. So we don't want it to be 6. Continue on. That's still x minus 5. Same, right? Okay, you also need to check in the next problem. So this one's the same as well. Doesn't do anything. Okay, but here's a new one. X. What does that give me? 0. And then the last factor is x minus 6, which again is 6, so you already have it. So it simplifies down to 7/2, but you need to check everything in the denominator both times. And then list out your excluded values, which means those are the ones that would make it 0 and undefined. Your second expression here is not a fraction, so how do you make it into a fraction?
Put over 1.
Over a 1, and then we're going to factor our heart out and rewrite it. So you will see me do it like one time with division, and then I'll flip after I factored it. You can do in what order you want, but I would just caution you, try not to do it all at once, because then you might miss the excluded values. So here's the 1. And now we're going to start to factor. We'll save the most difficult one for last. I don't think 4x squared factors, right? Because that's just one term. Doesn't do anything. We do need to factor this one. 3x squared plus 5x. Does it have a GCF? Yeah, x. So bring on x, which leaves you with 3x plus 5. Okay. And this one is where it gets a little ugly. Not ugly per se, but it's more work, okay? Because what is the deal with that makes it a little bit more work? The a value is it 1? It's not 1. And so, yes, you're going to factor this by doing the x game, but because the a value is not 1, it's going to take a little bit more time. Okay. So let's go ahead and write it out to the side, and maybe you remember how to do this. If not, then I'll jog your memory. We're going to do 6x squared plus x minus 15, and we're factoring it with the x game, yes. There's a 1 in front of this. So two numbers that multiply to a times c. 6 times negative 15 is negative 90. Save you some time. Adding to 1. 10 and negative 9. So remember, because my a value is not 1, I cannot go right to parentheses. That would be a big mistake. I have to replace the middle. So replacing the 1x plus 10x minus 9x minus 15. And remember, this is where you split. GCF. I will do it on the board. I'm not going to talk through it. See if you can finish it on your own. This is like factoring 101. Remember, you're on the right track if your parentheses match. You should get 2x minus 3. The GCF of the second half, if you have negative 9 there, needs to be negative 3 since the 9 is negative. And then 3x plus 5. So let's put that back. Because the whole point here is to get the factors, right? So that you can cancel out something, hopefully in a second. Okay, because this is division, you do keep, change, flip. So keep the first one exactly the same as what you just had. Oops, I forgot a parentheses. Change it to multiplication, flip the second one. Because you're multiplying by the reciprocal. Okay, 4x squared. Nope, sorry, I just flipped the wrong one. Dang it. It's like, don't do that. Change and then flip x. Okay, so after you keep the first fraction, change the middle sign to multiplication, multiply by the reciprocal, we have some stuff that cancels. It becomes one big fraction, and what's going to cancel?
3x plus 5.
And that is it. Yep. Unfortunate. Okay, which leaves you with 2x plus 3 on the top. And then, okay, here's a question though. Why didn't I cancel out one of the x's?
Because another one's not right. Okay, I was so confused.
Yeah. Why is it 2x plus 3? It's not. Good question.
I was trying to figure that out.
I'm so sorry. Thank you for asking. No, it's not. So you can't cancel out the x's because they're on the same side. That's why. You have to have division. 4x to the third because you have 3 of them now. No, you cannot simplify 2 or 4. So you can't simplify this because of the minus 3. It's attached. You can't simplify an x here because there's a minus 3 attached. They're stuck together, so that's it. All right, last thing, please state your excluded values. So look back at all of the original ones. So you look at this guy, 4x to the third. What would cause a problem there? Or sorry, 4x squared. 0, we want it to not be 0. And then you've got 1, 4x squared. I did that. Okay, got a couple more here. X, still 0, right? This is the one that's different, 3x plus 5. And that's the one that's confusing because it's hard to look at that and know right away what's going to be your 0. So if you were wondering, so here's how we get it. We set it equal to 0, and then you solve that equation, right? What would I do first? Subtract. And then you divide by 3, and you get negative 5/3. So that means that the other excluded value needs to be negative 5/3. Start by factoring.